If your daily habits stay the same, your life will stay the same. That's a reality most people choose to overlook. The real question is this: are your everyday actions pulling you closer to the life you want, or silently trapping you in the one you don't? Many people dream about success, but very few pause to examine the small routines that shape their future. Success doesn't happen in a single leap. It's built brick by brick through the decisions you repeat daily. In this audiobook, I'll reveal 10 powerful habits that lead to real achievement. These aren't cliches or empty slogans. They are practical, actionable steps you can begin right now. Habits that develop discipline, sharpen focus, grow confidence, and create lasting progress. Stay with me, and you'll learn the difference between those who move forward and those who never leave the starting line. This could easily be the most valuable lesson you encounter this year. Chapter 1. Rise early, own your mornings. When you choose to wake up early, something shifts in your life. The world is quiet. Distractions are still asleep. And in that silence, you gain the rare chance to set the tone for your day before anything else claims your attention. Success doesn't begin when your workday starts. It begins the moment you wake. If you rise early with intention, you give yourself an edge most people never experience. Far too many wait until life drags them out of bed. They begin their day reactive, already behind. But the ones who take command of the morning create the foundation for everything they will achieve. Why? Because the morning is the most honest time of the day. No one is demanding your attention yet. No one is calling, texting, or interrupting. In those hours, it's just you, your mind, and your choices. That's when your energy is fresh, your thinking is clear, and your direction matters most. Use that time wisely and you'll outpace those who waste it. Discipline, I learned long ago, starts with the clock. If you can't manage your time, you'll struggle to manage your success. Waking up early isn't punishment, it's preparation. It's declaring, I will begin before the world does. And in that choice, you discover a calm strength that carries you through the rest of the day. Think about the gift of time you gain. Wake up just 1 or 2 hours earlier, and you've added 7 to 14 hours a week, nearly 60 hours a month. That's the equivalent of an extra week every single year. Imagine what you could build with that time. Study a new subject, grow stronger through exercise, write, read, or design the roadmap to your goals. Some people say, I'm not a morning person. But here's the truth, nobody is born one. Habits create who you are. And success has never been about comfort, it's about transformation. Train yourself to claim your mornings, and your mornings will train your future. Yes, it feels difficult at first, but every discipline does. With repetition, it becomes part of your identity. Waking early is a small advantage that multiplies everything else you do. Your mind is sharper, your focus cleaner, your choices smarter. Compare that to waking late, already rushed, already stressed, already behind. When you start behind, you compromise, you eat poorly, you skip planning, you lose focus. Early rising prevents that spiral. Picture this, your alarm rings. Instead of hitting snooze, you sit up, plant your feet on the floor, and take a deep breath. You remind yourself, today is another step toward your goals. You've bought yourself time before the world intrudes. You could stretch, exercise, walk outside, write down your priorities, or feed your mind with something uplifting. And here's the hidden gift. Every morning, you keep your promise to yourself. You strengthen your confidence. When you say you'll wake up at 6 and actually do it, you're proving something important. You can rely on yourself. That kind of self-trust builds the belief that you're capable of handling bigger challenges. Success isn't made of rare, dramatic moments. It's built through steady proof that you can keep your own word. Rising early is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to practice that proof. Your mornings should never be left to chance. If you wake up late and rush into the chaos of the day, you've already surrendered control. But if you wake up early and decide what those first hours will look like, you take that control back. And when you own your mornings, you begin to own your life. It's not just about the time you wake, it's about how you use that time. Many people rise early only to waste it scrolling, watching, or drifting aimlessly. That is not the habit of success. The habit of success is to use mornings with intention. The night before, decide how your first hour will look. Keep it simple but make it purposeful. Write down your goals, review your plans. Read a chapter that sharpens your mind. Move your body with exercise. That first hour sets the tone for everything that follows. Think of your morning mind as fresh soil. Whatever you plant first will grow strongest. If you plant distraction and stress, that's what spreads through your day. But if you plant clarity, focus, and energy, that's what carries you forward. Waking early gives you the chance to choose what you plant. History shows us that many of the world's most successful people were early risers. They didn't do it for show. They did it because they understood the unmatched value of quiet, uninterrupted time. Mornings are for builders, builders of businesses, builders of health, builders of families, builders of character. And waking up early is a builder's habit. So, how early should you wake? The answer: early enough to claim control. For some, it's 5 a.m., for others, 6. The number matters less than the principle. Wake before the world's demands begin, and with enough space to use your morning with purpose. Yes, it will be uncomfortable at first. Your body will resist. You'll feel the pull of the bed. But remember this: success always requires discomfort before it feels natural. Week 1 may feel hard, week 2 a little easier. By week 3 it starts to feel normal, and once it feels normal you won't want to go back, because you'll see the difference in your energy, your focus, and your results. There's another hidden gift in early mornings: quiet. In that stillness you can think clearly. You can ask yourself powerful questions. What truly matters today? What must I accomplish no matter what? Who am I becoming through my choices? These questions shape your actions. Most people never ask them because they're too busy reacting to noise, but you will have asked them before the world even wakes. That's your advantage. And then there's momentum. Accomplish 1 or 2 meaningful things before most people even start their day, and you feel progress. That momentum pushes you through the rest of the day with strength. Success is lighter when it begins with early wins, and mornings are your chance to stack those wins. Waking up early isn't just about productivity, it's about honoring your potential. It's saying, I won't waste my life in unnecessary sleep. I will guard my time because time is precious. Rest matters. But oversleep steals opportunity. If you want success, you must protect your time, and rising early is one way to do it. Now picture yourself 1 year from today. Imagine that for 365 mornings, you've claimed those early hours. Think of the books you'll have read, the skills you'll have sharpened, the goals you'll have advanced. Do you think your life would look different? Absolutely. A year of mornings has the power to transform everything. And the best part, that transformation begins tomorrow morning with a single decision. Set your alarm earlier and honor it. You can't buy more time. You can't trade for more time. But you can claim more time by rising before you used to. Time is the currency of success, and mornings are the mint where it's created. So decide. Waking up early is more than adjusting your alarm. It's a reflection of who you are. It shows that you respect your life enough to take charge of it. It shows that your goals matter enough for you to make space for them. And it proves you have the discipline to choose growth over comfort. That's the essence of habits. Small decisions repeated until they create massive change. Rise early, use your mornings to build momentum, and repeat it day after day until it becomes second nature. That single adjustment can ignite a chain reaction that transforms everything else in your life. Success doesn't begin halfway through the day. It begins the moment you claim your mornings. And once you do, you're already closer to the future you want. Chapter 2. Set daily goals and take immediate action. Success always begins with clarity. Each morning, you need to know exactly what you're aiming for. Too many people drift through life hoping that something good will just happen. But hope without direction almost always ends in disappointment. Goals give you that direction. They give structure to your actions and meaning to your effort. Without them, you can be busy all day, even all year, yet never truly progress. That's why setting clear, specific goals every single day is one of the most valuable habits you'll ever develop. Before the noise of the world takes over, take a few minutes each morning to decide what you want to accomplish. Keep your goals simple, clear, and measurable. Vague goals like, "I'll try to be productive," rarely produce results. But when you say, "I will finish this project today," or "I will make 5 sales calls," or "I will exercise for 30 minutes," you've given your mind a concrete target to hit. Daily goals also bridge the gap between your long-term dreams and today's actions. Maybe you dream of financial independence, better health, or stronger relationships. Those dreams are valuable, but without daily steps, they remain fantasies. A dream only becomes a plan when it's broken down into daily action. If your vision is financial freedom, your daily goal could be to save a fixed amount, study a chapter on investing, or practice a skill that increases your income. If your dream is better health, your daily goal could be to prepare 1 healthy meal, walk 5 miles, or go the entire day without junk food. Each small win stacks into the bigger picture. But here's the critical part. Once you set a goal, you must act on it immediately. Writing it down isn't enough. Success doesn't reward hesitation. It rewards movement. Too many people plan endlessly but never act. They talk about goals, dream about goals, but freeze when it's time to start. The longer you delay, the heavier the task feels. Momentum is what fuels success. The faster you act after setting a goal, the stronger your momentum becomes. Imagine you write down 3 goals in the morning. Complete an important work task, exercise, and call someone you've been avoiding. If you take action on the first goal right away, your brain gets a powerful message. I follow through on what I decide. Every time you repeat that process, the belief grows stronger. By the end of the day, you haven't just checked boxes, you've trained yourself to trust your own word. Confidence isn't built by empty positive thinking, it's built by proving day after day that your word has weight. Immediate action also destroys procrastination before it grows. If your goal is to write, open the document and type the first line. If it's to exercise, put on your shoes and start moving. If it's to make a call, dial the number. The first step is always the hardest, but it's also the step that unlocks everything else. When setting daily goals, find the balance. If they're too easy, you won't grow. If they're too big, you'll give up. Choose goals that stretch you beyond comfort, but are realistic enough to finish within the day. Over time, those daily completions create a record of achievement, and that record becomes belief, the unshakable belief that you can accomplish what you set out to do. When you prove to yourself that you can hit small goals, something powerful happens. You naturally begin to reach for bigger ones. That's how success multiplies. Step by step, achievement stacks until it forms something extraordinary. Consider this. Every day you're given 24 hours. Most people spend them scattered, distracted, reacting, or making excuses. But when you set clear goals and take immediate action, those hours stop slipping away. They turn into building blocks of progress. You don't need earth-shattering breakthroughs every single day. You only need consistent forward movement. One phone call, one workout, one chapter read, one new connection made. Each small step is a seed, and seeds planted daily grow into results. Now let's look at the psychology behind this. The human brain craves clarity and reward. When you set a specific goal, your mind goes to work. It filters out distractions and starts noticing opportunities aligned with that target. Then, when you act and finish, your brain rewards you with satisfaction. That feeling isn't just emotional, it's biological reinforcement. Progress becomes addictive, and the more you repeat the cycle, the more you build the habit of achievement. But there's a trap you must avoid: setting too many goals. Success doesn't come from doing everything. It comes from doing the right things consistently. Each morning, choose no more than 3 to 5 goals. Rank them by priority. Then tackle the most important one first. Don't wait until your energy is gone at the end of the day. Attack your top goal while your mind is fresh and your focus is sharp. Finishing it early creates momentum that makes the rest of the day lighter and easier. Another key is honesty. Don't fill your list with tasks that only make you feel busy. Busyness is not progress. Ask yourself, if I complete these goals today, will I be closer to the life I truly want? If the answer is yes, they're worth doing. If not, they're distractions wearing the disguise of productivity. Remember, success is emotional as well as practical. Achieving daily goals builds pride, and pride here is not arrogance, it's self-respect. Each time you keep your promise to yourself, you walk taller, you speak with more conviction, and you radiate confidence. People notice. And because people trust those who trust themselves, your consistency will change the way others respond to you. Consistency is the bridge between goals and success. It's not enough to set goals once a week or at the start of a new year. Life moves daily. Opportunities appear daily. Distractions strike daily. That's why you must reset your compass every morning with fresh goals. Otherwise, the noise of the world will decide your direction for you. Think about the alternative. Without daily goals, your days blur together. You wake, you work, you sleep, and nothing changes. Weeks slip into months, months fade into years, and your dreams remain just that, dreams. But with daily goals, each day becomes a step upward. You may not reach the summit in one day, but you'll feel the climb. That sense of progress is what gives life energy, even in hard times. And here's the most critical part. It's not about writing goals, it's about acting on them immediately. Delay weakens the link between decision and execution. The strongest people are the ones who shrink that gap. They decide and then they move. No negotiation, no excuses. Action creates clarity, and clarity fuels confidence. You can start this habit tomorrow morning. Sit down with a piece of paper. Write 3 goals that matter to your success. Pick one and act on it right away. Don't wait. Don't check how you feel. Just move. At the end of the day, look at what you accomplished. Then repeat the process the next day and the day after. Within weeks, you'll notice a shift in how you feel. Within months, you'll see progress you can measure. And within years, you'll look back and realize your life has completely transformed. This habit is simple, but its power is unmatched. Set clear goals every day and take action immediately. Don't wait, don't delay, don't search for the perfect moment, because perfect timing never comes. Success belongs to those who are specific, consistent, and decisive. Each morning gives you a fresh chance to move your life forward. The opportunity is in your hands as soon as you wake. Choose clearly, act quickly, and build your future step by step. Transformation doesn't begin someday. It begins the moment you decide to start today. Chapter 3. Work with focus and finish. What you start, if there is one skill that separates the successful from the average, it is focus. Focus is the ability to give your full attention to one task, to shut out distractions, and to stay with it until it's complete. Most people don't fail because they lack ambition. They fail because they scatter their energy. They start one thing, then jump to another, then another. By the end of the day, they're drained, but have nothing finished to show for their effort. Success is not built on half-done projects. It's built on completions. When you commit to working with focus, you train yourself in the discipline of depth. Instead of lightly touching 10 tasks, you take one and see it through. The difference is enormous. Doing many things halfway leaves you empty. Doing one thing fully leaves you stronger. Completion fuels confidence. Each finished task builds momentum, and momentum makes the next task easier to conquer. But here's the challenge. Our world is designed to distract you. Your phone buzzes, notifications pop, social feeds whisper for your attention, and every time you shift away from your task, you lose rhythm. It can take minutes to re-engage. Multiply that by dozens of interruptions, and no wonder people feel busy while accomplishing nothing. The habit is simple. When you start, finish, block time, silence distractions, enter into full attention, train your mind to go deep. Every time you complete a task, you send yourself a powerful message. I finish what I begin. That message shapes your confidence, and your confidence shapes your success. Finishing isn't only about productivity, it's also about self-respect. Leaving things undone creates mental weight. You carry it, think about it, feel guilty about it. It drains energy. But finishing frees you. It clears your mind and lets you move forward with strength. So start small. Each day, choose your most important task. Don't scatter your attention across 5 things. Pick one, the one that matters most, and give it everything until it's done. No half effort, no bouncing between activities. Only when it's complete should you move on. This approach sounds simple, but it's rare. Most people chase too many things and complete none. Few have the discipline to stay locked in until the end. But those few, the finishers, are the ones who rise above the rest. Think about how this plays out. Writing a report? Don't open 10 browser tabs, sit down, write, and stay until it's finished. Exercising? Don't scroll between sets. Focus until the last rep is done. Having a conversation? Don't half listen while checking notifications. Give your full attention until the talk is complete. Small examples, but they reflect a powerful principle. Finish what you start before moving forward. The truth is, most people don't lack opportunities. They lack completions. Starting is easy. Finishing takes discipline. But remember, success doesn't reward starters. It rewards finishers. A book read halfway won't give you wisdom. A workout cut short won't build your body. A business left unfinished won't create wealth. Only what you complete can move your life forward. Focus fuels quality. When your attention is split, your work becomes sloppy. But when it's fully directed, you notice the details, solve problems faster, and produce results you're proud of. Quality creates reputation, and reputation creates opportunity. Employers, clients, and partners trust those who consistently deliver finished, high-quality work. That trust becomes one of your greatest assets. Focus also saves time. Many believe multitasking is efficient, but the truth is it slows you down. Jumping between tasks is like trying to run in 2 directions at once. You end up going nowhere. Focused work might feel slower at first, but it finishes tasks faster. In the long run, doing something once with full attention takes less time than doing it twice with distraction. To practice focus, design an environment that supports it. Clear the clutter, silence notifications, let others know you're unavailable during deep work sessions. Set a timer, say 60 minutes, and commit fully for that period. When the time is up, take a short break, then repeat if needed. Focus is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it grows. Completion also depends on priorities. Sometimes we avoid finishing because we start the wrong things. If you spend all day on low-value tasks, you may finish them, but they won't move you closer to success. Ask yourself, if I could only complete one task today, which one would have the greatest impact? That is the task to prioritize. Do it first, finish it, then move to the rest. Discipline in focus builds resilience. When you refuse to quit midway, you teach yourself to endure boredom, resist distraction, and push through difficulty. These are the same qualities success demands in every area of life. Every task you complete strengthens your ability to persevere when bigger challenges appear. And finishing doesn't only apply to work. It applies to everything. Finish your conversations instead of cutting them short. Finish preparing the meal instead of leaving it half done. Finish the book instead of jumping to another. Each completion is practice in discipline, and discipline, repeated daily, becomes character. Character is what builds a successful life. Don't overlook the emotional lift that comes from finishing. It creates progress, and progress is deeply motivating. You feel capable, you feel proud, you feel in control. That momentum carries into your next task, fueling a cycle of achievement. On the other hand, leaving things undone drains energy. You feel scattered. You lose confidence. The difference between the two comes down to a single decision. Finish or don't finish. If you want to rise above average, make this rule for yourself. Never move on until the current task is complete. That single standard will separate you from the majority who are distracted and inconsistent. You'll become known as someone who delivers, someone who can be trusted, someone who brings things to completion. That reputation will open doors talent alone never could. Of course, your mind will resist. It will whisper excuses. This is too hard. I'll do it later. Maybe I should start something else. Ignore those whispers. Stay with the task until it's done. Each time you finish, the resistance weakens. Soon, completion becomes your natural way of working. And once it does, everything changes. Success is not measured by how many things you start. It's measured by how many things you finish. Focus and completion are habits. And like all habits, they are built through repetition. Start today. Pick one task, focus fully, finish it, then move to the next. Repeat tomorrow, repeat the next day. Soon it becomes who you are. And when it does, your results multiply, your confidence grows, your reputation strengthens, and your future expands. Work with focus. Finish what you start. Then step into the next challenge. This habit alone can change the entire direction of your life. Chapter 4. Train discipline. Daily and eliminate excuses. Discipline is the bridge between where you are today and the life you want tomorrow. Without it, even the best plans collapse, the strongest dreams fade, and the brightest minds never reach their full potential. Discipline isn't something you practice once and forget about. It's a choice you make every single day. It must become part of who you are. When you discipline yourself daily, you build consistency, and consistency is the engine that creates results. Excuses will always appear, but if you reject them, you stay in control. If you accept them, you hand your life over to weakness. Every person faces the temptation to choose the easy path. It's easier to stay in bed than rise early, easier to eat junk than cook a healthy meal, easier to scroll than to study, easier to complain than to act. But here's the truth. Easy choices lead to hard lives. Hard choices lead to easier lives. The discipline to say no to excuses and yes to responsibility is what separates achievers from talkers. Excuses may sound reasonable in the moment, but they always lead to regret. You say, I don't have time, but time isn't found, it's made. You say, I'm too tired. But energy comes from action, not avoidance. You say, it's not the right moment, but there is never a perfect moment. Excuses protect your comfort today, but they cost you opportunities tomorrow. Refuse them, and you remove the greatest barrier between you and your goals. Daily discipline is built in small moments. It's built when you get up with the alarm instead of hitting snooze. When you finish the workout you didn't feel like doing. When you work on your goal instead of wasting time online. These choices may seem small, but they are training sessions for your character. Each disciplined act makes you stronger. One of the most dangerous habits is negotiating with excuses. The moment you tell yourself just this once, you open the door to weakness. Excuses multiply when you feed them. Give in today and it becomes easier to give in tomorrow. Before long, excuses become your default. But if you reject them daily, they lose power. You stop believing them because you've proven to yourself that you can act without them. Think of what happens without discipline. Projects stay unfinished, health declines, opportunities slip away, relationships weaken, and potential remains locked inside you. You look back months or even years later and nothing has changed. That frustration is heavy, but frustration doesn't fix anything. Discipline does. Success isn't given to those who want it. It's earned by those who practice discipline long enough to deserve it. Now imagine the opposite life. Imagine starting each day with discipline. You follow through whether you feel like it or not. You care for your health. You give your best at work. You learn something new each night. You use your time with purpose. After a week, you feel momentum. After a month, you see results. After a year, you are transformed. And that transformation doesn't happen by accident. It's built by daily discipline. Discipline isn't punishment, it's honesty. It's recognizing that if you don't control yourself, life will control you. It's making decisions today that your future self will thank you for. It's respecting your potential enough to not waste it. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen self-respect, and self-respect builds confidence. Excuses do the opposite. Every time you accept one, you weaken your trust in yourself. Doubt spreads, you hesitate, you lower your standard. Excuses are not harmless, they erode your foundation. But when you refuse excuses, you protect your confidence, and confidence is the fuel for all achievement. Discipline creates habits, habits create character, and character creates destiny. If you discipline yourself to write every day, you become a writer. If you discipline yourself to exercise daily, you become strong and healthy. If you discipline yourself to save money each day, you build financial security. Discipline isn't punishment. It's the tool that turns who you want to be into who you are. And here's something important. Discipline is contagious. When you live it, others notice. They see your consistency, your reliability, your results. They respond with respect. Discipline earns trust because people know they can count on you. And trust creates opportunities. Employers promote the disciplined. Clients hire the reliable. Families admire those who keep their word. Discipline doesn't just transform you, it transforms the way the world treats you. But discipline doesn't survive on willpower alone. You need systems. Routines make discipline easier. Lay out your clothes the night before so mornings require no decision. Plan your meals in advance so impulse doesn't control you. Schedule your most important work during your peak energy hours. Remove distractions so you don't fight constant battles against temptation. Discipline thrives when your environment supports it. There will be days when you don't feel like it. That's normal. Discipline isn't about waiting for motivation. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is steady. Motivation might get you started, but discipline carries you long after motivation fades. When you show up daily, regardless of mood, you prove that your choices, not your feelings, run your life. That is true power. The people who achieve greatness aren't the ones who had it easy. They are the ones who stayed disciplined in difficulty. They trained when they were tired. They studied when they were distracted. They worked when it was uncomfortable. They chose growth over excuses, and that's why they achieved what others only dreamed of. You have the same choice. Excuses can control you, or you can control yourself through discipline. Think about it. When you broke a promise to yourself, how did you feel? Weaker, smaller, less certain. But when you kept a promise, especially when it was difficult, how did you feel? Proud, strong, unstoppable. That's the difference discipline makes. It turns doubt into belief and belief into action. Repetition is the key. One day of discipline won't change your life, but one day repeated hundreds of times will. Each time you stay disciplined, you strengthen it. Each time you reject excuses, you weaken them. Eventually, discipline becomes who you are. You no longer push yourself, you simply act, because that's your identity. Excuses will always try to sneak in. They'll disguise themselves as logic, as fairness, even as self-care. They'll whisper, "Relax today. You've earned it. Tomorrow will be better." But they're lies, tricks designed to steal your potential. If you listen, you lose. If you ignore them and act, you win. Every time you choose discipline over excuse, you reinforce the life you want. Discipline is freedom. Freedom from regret. Freedom from wasted time. Freedom from unrealized potential. It gives you the power to shape your life instead of drifting through it. Without discipline, life happens to you. With discipline, you make life happen for you. So, start today. Decide that excuses no longer have power over you. Decide that your word to yourself is final. Decide that every single day you will practice discipline, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. Discipline yourself daily. Refuse excuses. That one habit can transform everything: your health, your work, your relationships, your finances, your confidence, your life. Live with daily discipline, and you'll achieve what most only imagine. Reject excuses, and you'll gain a sense of control most never feel. This is the path to success, and it's available to you right now. All you must do is choose it, and keep choosing it, until discipline becomes your way of life. Chapter 5. Learn something new every day and expand your mind. The difference between people who rise in life and those who remain the same often comes down to one habit: the commitment to learn something new every single day. Knowledge is fuel. When you feed your mind daily, you sharpen your thinking, improve your problem solving, and open doors to new opportunities. Success isn't only about hard work, it's about knowing where to direct that work. Stop learning, and you stop improving. Stop improving, and eventually you fall behind. But when you choose to grow your mind each day, you guarantee that tomorrow will be stronger than today. Learning doesn't require a classroom or a degree. It can be as simple as reading a book, listening to an audiobook, watching an educational video, studying the life of someone successful, or asking thoughtful questions to people who know more than you. What matters most is consistency. Even a single idea a day adds up. One idea a day becomes 30 new lessons a month, over 350 lessons a year. Imagine how much wisdom and advantage that gives you over time. Most people make the mistake of stopping once school ends, but school only gives you the basics. Life demands more. The world is changing fast. Technology evolves, industries shift. New skills are always in demand. If you cling only to what you learned years ago, you'll struggle to keep up. But if you commit to daily learning, you'll adapt, and those who adapt always succeed. Learning daily also sharpens the mind, just like exercise strengthens the body. Without challenge, the brain grows dull. Curiosity fades, creativity shrinks. But when you feed your mind, you stay alert, resourceful, and ready for new challenges. A sharp mind is one of the greatest tools of success. Learning builds confidence too. Real confidence isn't pretending you know. It's knowing more each day. Every book you read, every skill you practice, every lesson you apply adds another layer of strength to your thinking. That strength shows in how you speak, how you decide, and how you carry yourself. People respect knowledge, and opportunities follow those who display confidence backed by competence. The beauty of learning is that it compounds. One idea links to another, and suddenly you see patterns and opportunities that others overlook. A single book might spark a business idea. A single conversation could lead to a new career. A single skill might raise your income for life. But you'll never discover which piece of knowledge will change your life unless you commit to learning daily. Now think about your routine. How many hours slip away on distractions, scrolling, or entertainment that adds no value to your future? Redirect even a small part of that time into learning, and the results will be extraordinary. Just 15 minutes of reading a day adds up to nearly 10 hours a month. 10 focused hours of growth every month makes you sharper, smarter, and more prepared than most people ever choose to be. Some say they don't have time to learn. The truth is, they haven't made it a priority. Time won't appear on its own. You must create it. Wake up earlier. Use travel time for audiobooks. Spend the first minutes of your day feeding your mind instead of your distractions. It's not about having more hours, it's about using the hours you already have with greater intention. And here's the key. Knowledge only becomes power when you apply it. Reading without action is just collecting words. If you learn a new idea, put it into practice. If you discover a new strategy, test it. If you uncover a new insight, apply it in your work or life. That's how knowledge turns into wisdom when it moves from theory to experience. Most people won't do this. They settle for entertainment over education. They repeat the same routines year after year, adding no new skills and staying stuck where they are. But you can rise above that by committing to learn something new every day. Over time, this separates you from the crowd and makes you invaluable. People will start looking to you for answers, for solutions, and for guidance. And when others see you as valuable, success naturally follows. Another gift of daily learning is that it makes life exciting. Curiosity breathes energy into everything you do. When you're curious, the world feels alive. You notice details others miss. You ask better questions. You discover new perspectives. Without curiosity, life becomes repetitive and dull. But when you commit to learning each day, curiosity grows, and with it comes joy, growth, and motivation. Success stops being just about hitting goals. It becomes about enjoying the journey of becoming wiser, one day at a time. Learning also carries a powerful emotional benefit: hope. Each new lesson gives you progress, and progress creates optimism. Even if your current situation feels heavy, learning reminds you that you're not stuck. You can grow. You can improve. You can create a better future. That hope fuels resilience, and resilience keeps you moving forward when life tests you. Look at the most successful people in the world. They all share this habit. They are lifelong learners. They read daily, they study others, they surround themselves with knowledge. They don't believe they already know enough. They know that success requires constant evolution, and evolution requires learning. If they can commit to daily growth, so can you. To make this habit stick, keep it simple. Pick one form of learning each day and stay consistent. Read a chapter, take a short course, listen to a podcast. Write down a lesson from your experiences. It doesn't matter how much. It matters that you do it every day. Small actions, repeated daily, create massive results over time. Don't wait for the perfect time to begin. Start now. Pick up a book that challenges you. Listen to a voice that inspires you. Write down one new insight from your day. Every action counts. Never underestimate the power of small, consistent growth. The mind, once stretched by new knowledge, never returns to its old size. Each new idea makes you stronger, sharper, and more capable. Daily learning isn't only about personal success, it also equips you to help others. When your mind grows, you can guide, teach, and inspire those around you. You can share insights with family, friends, colleagues. You become a source of value, and that value builds deeper connections and greater influence. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I learn today? If the answer is nothing, you've wasted one of life's greatest opportunities. But if you've gained even one idea, one lesson, or one skill, you're growing. Stack enough of those days, and your future self will thank you. Daily learning is an act of respect for your potential, for your future, for the life you want to create. It's a declaration that you will not settle, that you will not remain the same, that you are committed to growth. Success belongs to those who keep feeding their minds. So make this your standard. Learn something new every single day. Do it with consistency. Do it with curiosity. Do it with purpose. Weeks from now, you'll feel the difference. Months from now, you'll see the change. Years from now, you'll have become unstoppable, not because you know everything, but because you never stop learning. Chapter 6. Push through obstacles. Daily and move closer to success. Obstacles are part of life. If you want success, you must accept that challenges will show up again and again. Too many people think success means avoiding difficulties, but that belief is false. Success is not the absence of obstacles. Success is the ability to push through them every day without losing momentum. Every challenge has two options. It can stop you, or it can strengthen you. The choice is yours. Each day brings obstacles of different sizes. Some are small, distractions, delays, inconveniences. Others are large, rejection, failure, unexpected setbacks. Many people let these challenges control their emotions. They complain, they quit, or they wait for an easier path. But waiting never works. There is no easier path. The road to success will always have barriers. The only way forward is to move through them. Every time you push through a challenge, you grow stronger, wiser, and more capable of handling the next one. Think about the people who inspire you most. They didn't rise because life gave them an easy road. They rose because they refused to quit. They faced rejection but tried again. They failed but learned and adjusted. They were criticized but kept moving forward anyway. That's the pattern you must adopt. Push through obstacles daily, no matter how small or large, and success will eventually become the natural result of your persistence. The psychology of obstacles is simple. Your brain craves comfort. It looks for the path of least resistance. So when challenges appear, your instinct is to pull back. But success requires the opposite. You must train yourself to step forward. Each time you override that instinct, you rewire your thinking. You begin to see obstacles not as threats, but as opportunities to grow. That single shift changes everything, because once you stop fearing obstacles, you stop being controlled by them. Obstacles are tests. They test your patience, they test your discipline, they test how committed you really are. And when you push through them, you prove that your goals are stronger than your excuses. Without obstacles, success would be empty. Imagine if every desire was granted instantly. There would be no growth, no lessons, no pride in achievement. Obstacles give success its value. They demand that you evolve into more than you were yesterday, and becoming more is the real reward. The key is practical action. When you face an obstacle, break it down. Ask yourself, what's one step I can take right now? Don't get paralyzed by the size of the challenge. Focus on progress. If a project fails, analyze why and improve it. If someone rejects you, study the feedback and try again. If resources are limited, get creative with what you have. The point isn't to erase the obstacle instantly, it's to keep moving forward in spite of it. Consistency matters just as much. Pushing through once is not enough. You must do it daily. Each day brings new resistance, and each day you must choose resilience. Some days you'll feel tired, some days you'll feel discouraged, some days you'll question whether it's worth it. Those are the days that count the most. The strength you build in the hardest moments is the same strength that will carry you to your greatest victories. Most people stop when life gets uncomfortable, but comfort is the enemy of growth. If you want success, you must be willing to embrace discomfort. Maybe your obstacle is fear of public speaking, fear of rejection, fear of failure, or fear of judgment. The only way to defeat fear is to face it. Avoid it, and it grows. Confront it, and it shrinks. Every time you face fear directly, you build courage, and courage is essential for success. Obstacles also reveal desire. If you quit easily, your desire was weak. If you push through again and again, your desire is strong. Life has a way of testing you with obstacles, almost as if to ask, how badly do you want this? If your answer is strong enough, you'll keep moving. And if you keep moving, eventually the obstacle will give way. Pushing through challenges also sharpens your problem solving. Every obstacle forces you to think differently. You find new strategies, discover hidden resources, and see situations from fresh perspectives. Over time, you become more creative, more adaptable, more valuable, because while others get stuck, you find solutions. Problem solvers are always in demand, and those skills only develop when you face resistance instead of avoiding it. And here's one more truth. Obstacles often appear right before breakthroughs. Many people give up when they are closest to success. They don't realize the difficulty they're facing is the final test before the reward. By quitting, you cut yourself off from the breakthrough that was just ahead. But if you keep pushing, you'll reach the other side. Persistence is the habit that ensures you never stop too soon. To push through obstacles daily, you must master your mindset. Your attitude decides whether an obstacle defeats you or develops you. If you see it as the end, it becomes the end. If you see it as a challenge, it becomes fuel for growth. Train your mind to ask, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? With that perspective, obstacles stop being walls and start becoming stepping stones. Your emotions will try to stop you. Frustration, anger, discouragement, these feelings will rise. But feelings are temporary. Discipline is stronger. Don't wait until you feel ready to act. Move forward in spite of your emotions, and soon your emotions will follow your actions. Every time you keep moving while discouraged, you prove that your will is stronger than your mood. That is the strength that keeps success within reach. Remember too, you don't have to face obstacles alone. Seek advice from those who've walked the path before you. Surround yourself with people who encourage, not people who feed your doubts. Success is never a solo journey. Others can guide you, support you, and lift you, but no one can carry you forever. The pushing must come from you. Each obstacle you conquer becomes part of your story. And when you look back, those struggles will be the moments you cherish most. Nobody finds pride in easy days. Pride comes from the battles you fought through, the nights you stayed committed when quitting was easier, the mornings you rose after failure, the times you acted despite fear. Those memories build the resilience you'll need for bigger challenges ahead. Your persistence also impacts others. People are always watching how you respond to difficulties. If you quit, they see weakness. If you persist, they see strength. Your example can inspire family, friends, co-workers, even strangers. You may never know how many lives your determination touches. Success is not for those with perfect conditions. It's for those who refuse to stop. Every obstacle is temporary. Every challenge holds an opportunity. Every setback carries a lesson. If you face them daily with courage and persistence, you transform into someone who can achieve anything. So commit to this. Push through obstacles every day. Don't wait for life to get easier. Don't wish for a road without resistance. Build the strength to handle whatever shows up. Each day, prove that you cannot be stopped. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize the obstacles were never barriers at all. They were the very steps that carried you to the top. Chapter 7. Exercise daily to boost energy and focus. Your body is the foundation for every goal, every achievement, and every dream. Neglect it, and your focus weakens, your energy drains, and your strength fades. Care for it, and you unlock sharper attention, greater stamina, and stronger discipline. That's why exercise isn't only about health, it's about success. The mind and body are directly connected. When your body is active, your mind performs at a higher level. When your body is neglected, your thinking scatters and your energy collapses. If you want a life of achievement, you must commit to daily exercise. Exercise isn't just about muscles or appearance. Those are bonuses. The true power lies in what movement does for your energy and focus. Physical activity increases blood flow, delivers more oxygen to your brain, and releases chemicals that boost mood and clarity. That's why even a short workout can change your entire day. Instead of feeling sluggish, you feel awake. Instead of losing focus halfway through your tasks, you stay sharp. Instead of being drained by challenges, you have the stamina to push through them. Energy is the currency of success. Without it, consistency fades. Without it, long hours feel impossible. Without it, passion dies out. Too many people try to chase success on low energy and then wonder why they burn out, lose motivation, or quit. Daily exercise prevents that. It recharges your body, sustains your energy, and multiplies your capacity to handle more than the average person. If you move daily, you give yourself an advantage. While others drag themselves through the day, you power through with strength and focus. Focus is just as critical as energy. In today's world, distractions are everywhere, and without mental clarity, you fall behind. Exercise sharpens that clarity. Movement trains your mind to concentrate, clears away stress, and prepares you for deep, meaningful work. Many people try to solve their focus problems with coffee or stimulants, but the real solution isn't caffeine, it's movement. A body that is alive with energy gives the mind the ability to focus with ease. Daily exercise doesn't have to be extreme. You don't need hours in the gym or fancy equipment. What matters is consistency. A brisk walk, a short run, stretching, bodyweight exercises, or a simple at-home routine. All of these can transform your energy. The key isn't intensity. The key is showing up every single day. One workout gives you a temporary lift. Daily workouts build a permanent state of strength, energy, and clarity. Exercise becomes part of who you are. Think about how you feel when you skip movement. You feel heavy, sluggish, unmotivated. Your patience shortens, your mind fogs, your productivity drops. Now, think about how you feel after even a short workout. Your blood flows, your lungs open, your mind sharpens. That contrast is undeniable. It's proof of how much your body shapes your success. Experience that difference daily, and you stop seeing exercise as optional. You see it as essential. There's also discipline in the practice. Every time you work out, you prove to yourself that you can follow through. Even when you don't feel like it, you move anyway. That habit builds mental toughness. If you can discipline your body, you can discipline your habits. And if you can discipline your habits, you can shape your future. Each workout becomes more than physical training. It's a daily reminder that you are stronger than your excuses. Some people say they don't have time to exercise. The truth is, exercise gives you back more time than it takes. With more energy, you complete tasks faster. With sharper focus, you waste less time. The minutes invested in movement multiply into hours of improved performance. So the excuse of no time isn't real. The real issue is priorities. If success matters to you, your body must matter to you. Exercise also stabilizes your emotions. Stress, frustration, and anxiety are part of life, but without an outlet, they weigh you down. Daily movement releases that tension. It resets your mood, lifts your spirit, and clears your head. With less stress, your focus shifts from problems to possibilities. With a calmer mood, you treat people better, think more positively, and handle challenges with greater patience. This emotional stability is one of the hidden powers of daily exercise, and the benefits compound. A single workout makes you feel better for a day. A year of consistent training transforms your health and your life. You become stronger, leaner, more resilient. Your immune system improves. You sleep deeper. You get sick less often. You gain more time and energy to focus on what matters most. Success requires stamina, and stamina is built through consistent physical training. Exercise also builds your self-image. When you look in the mirror and see a body that's cared for, you feel proud. That pride is not vanity, it's confidence. It proves you respect yourself. That confidence shows in how you walk, how you speak, and how you pursue your goals. Others notice it. They sense your energy and trust your strength. Finally, drop the idea that exercise must be perfect. You don't need the best program, the best gear, or hours of free time. What matters is action. Do something every day. Start small. If today you can manage 10 minutes, do it. Tomorrow, add a little more. Over time, those small efforts stack up. And before long, daily exercise is not just something you do, it's part of who you are. What starts as discipline eventually becomes second nature. Soon you can't imagine living without it. Think long term. Picture yourself 10 years from now. If you commit to daily exercise starting today, a decade from now you'll be stronger, sharper, healthier, and more energetic than most people your age. If you neglect it, you'll be weaker, more distracted, and limited by problems you could have prevented. The difference comes down to the choices you make each day. Success isn't only about career milestones or financial wins, it's also about the quality of life you get to experience. Daily exercise ensures that your future self has the strength, energy, and clarity to actually enjoy the rewards of your hard work. Exercise also connects to discipline in every other area of life. If you can command your body to move when it doesn't feel like it, you can command yourself to study when you're distracted, to work when you're tired, and to persist when you feel discouraged. It trains you to do what is necessary instead of what is easy. That's why so many successful people make exercise a non-negotiable part of their routines. It's not just about the body, it's about mastering the mind. And here's something powerful. Your commitment inspires others. Your family notices your example. Your friends see your consistency. People around you feel your energy. You may not even realize it, but your discipline can spark change in those you care about. Success isn't just about what you achieve for yourself. It's about the influence you create for others. When people see you strong, focused, and energized, many will feel encouraged to follow. Every day you face a choice: move or stay still. Each time you choose movement, you step closer to success. Each time you choose stillness, you drift further from it. The decision feels small in the moment, but repeated daily, it shapes your future. Energy and focus aren't gifts you're handed, they're built. And one of the most effective ways to build them is through exercise. So make this your commitment. Move your body daily. Do it not just for health, but for energy. Do it not just for appearance, but for focus. Do it not just for today, but for the future you're building. Each workout is an investment, a stronger body, a sharper mind, a more powerful life. Success demands energy, and energy is created by moving your body every single day. Chapter 8. Surround yourself with people who demand your best. The people you spend time with shape your future more than you realize. You can have ambition, drive, and discipline, but if you surround yourself with people who lower your standards, eventually you'll sink into mediocrity. On the other hand, if you choose to be around people who challenge you, who push you to rise higher, who expect your very best, you will naturally grow into the person capable of success. Human beings adapt to their environment. And your environment is not only where you live, it's who you live around. If you want to reach your best, you must spend time with people who demand the best from you. Most people never question their associations. They stay around the same circle because it feels familiar, because it's comfortable. But comfort is not growth. If the people closest to you accept your excuses, enable your laziness, or tolerate your weaknesses, they aren't helping you. They may care for you, but care without challenge does not lead to progress. True care is different. True care is when someone believes in your potential enough to hold you accountable. When you share your goals, they remind you of them when you drift. When you want to quit, they push you back into the fight. That is real support. That is real love. The power of surrounding yourself with people who demand your best is this. Your standards rise without you even noticing. Human beings mirror the group around them. If your circle wastes time, you'll waste time. If your circle only talks about dreams but never acts, you'll fall into the same pattern. But if your circle is disciplined, consistent, and growth-focused, you'll push yourself to match them. You won't want to be the one falling behind. This isn't theory, it's psychology. We become like those we are closest to. If you want success, be intentional about who you allow into your circle. Think about the energy people bring into your life. Some people drain you. After spending time with them, you feel tired, negative, unmotivated. Others lift you up. After spending time with the right people, you feel energized, inspired, and ready to act. Now ask yourself, which type of person will help you reach your goals? The one who drains your drive or the one who fuels it? Every interaction either moves you forward or pulls you back. Surround yourself with people who expect your best effort, and you'll grow faster than you ever imagined. Demand doesn't mean harshness, it means belief. The people who demand your best are the ones who refuse to let you settle for less than you're capable of. They see more in you than you often see in yourself, and they won't let you waste that potential. They'll remind you when you're slipping, celebrate your progress, and point out when you're playing small. At times, it may feel uncomfortable, but that discomfort is what stretches you. Growth never comes from comfort, it comes from challenge. This doesn't mean you must cut everyone out of your life. It means you must choose wisely where you invest your time and energy. Some people may remain acquaintances, but your closest circle, the people you spend the most time with, must be those who challenge you to rise higher. If your goal is success, you cannot afford to spend your best hours with people who don't care about growth. You need people who remind you of your goals, who lead by example, and who encourage you to stay disciplined. Look for people ahead of you. If you are always the smartest or most disciplined person in the room, you are in the wrong room. Surround yourself with those who have already achieved what you aspire to. Their habits, their mindset, and their results will influence you in ways no book or lecture can. Success leaves clues, and those clues live in the daily actions of successful people. Simply being around them raises your standards. Their focus becomes your focus. Their discipline becomes your discipline. That environment pulls you upward. But remember, this is not a one-way relationship. If you want to surround yourself with high achievers, you must also bring value, bring energy, discipline, encouragement. People who demand your best also expect you to contribute your best. The group thrives when everyone pushes each other. Ask yourself daily, am I the kind of person who raises others? If the answer is yes, you'll naturally attract people who do the same for you. The wrong associations can destroy even the strongest potential. Many talented people fail because they spend their time with those who normalize weakness. They get caught in negativity, gossip, and distractions. Slowly, their standards drop and their potential fades away. Don't let that be your story. Protect your environment as carefully as you protect your health. Just as you wouldn't eat food that poisons your body, don't surround yourself with people who poison your mind. Being around people who demand your best also creates accountability. When you know others are watching your actions, you're more likely to stay consistent. Quitting is easy when no one notices. It's harder to quit when others expect you to keep going. That external accountability strengthens your internal discipline. And over time, you won't need as much external pressure because you'll have built the habit of demanding more from yourself. There are emotional benefits too. Being around people who strive for greatness gives you hope. It shows you what's possible. Spend all your time with people who settle, and you'll start to believe settling is normal. But when you're around those who achieve, break limits, and live with purpose, it sparks belief inside you. Their example becomes your proof, and proof is more powerful than theory. When you start changing your circle, resistance will come. Some people may not understand. They may accuse you of thinking you're better than them. They may try to pull you back into old habits. But at that moment, you must decide what matters more, their approval or your future. Guilt cannot tie you to mediocrity. Respect everyone, but give closeness only to those who support your growth. This is your life. Protect it. When you surround yourself with the right people, even your conversations reach a higher level. Instead of wasting time on gossip or negativity, you spend your energy discussing ideas, strategies, and goals. These talks fuel your mind rather than drain it, and as your thoughts rise, your actions naturally follow. That's why the right circle accelerates growth so quickly. It changes the way you think every single day. Success requires energy, and the people around you either fuel that energy or drain it. Choose companions who bring optimism, drive, and discipline. Choose those whose lives inspire you by example. Just as importantly, walk away from environments that kill your spirit. Never sacrifice your future for the sake of short-term comfort. As you grow, your circle will evolve. Some people who were right for your past may not be right for your future. Don't fear this. Growth demands change, and change often requires letting go. The right people will continue supporting your journey. The wrong ones will fall away once they see you're serious about rising. Either way, your job is to remain committed to surrounding yourself with those who demand your best. Behind every great achievement is a team. Nobody succeeds alone. The right people make you stronger, sharper, and more resilient. They remind you of your vision when you forget it. They challenge you when you grow lazy. They celebrate your wins, and they refuse to let you quit. That's the kind of circle you need if you want to reach your highest potential. So decide today. Evaluate your associations. Ask yourself, who pushes me higher? Who pulls me lower? Spend more time with the first group and limit your time with the second. Seek mentors, peers, and friends who expect greatness from you. Invest in relationships that build you, not those that break you. Surround yourself with people who demand your best, and you will rise into the best version of yourself. Chapter 9. Believe in your ability and act with strong confidence. Belief in yourself is the foundation of achievement. Doubt makes even simple tasks heavy, but confidence makes even the hardest journey possible. Confidence is not arrogance, and it's not pretending to know everything. True confidence is quiet strength. It's the trust that you can learn, adapt, and figure things out as you move forward. The world often reflects back how you see yourself. If you carry doubt, the world doubts you. If you carry certainty, the world treats you with respect. That's why success requires acting with strong confidence, rooted in genuine belief in your ability. When you trust yourself, you create momentum. Each action carries more power because it's fueled by certainty instead of hesitation. So many opportunities are lost because someone waited until they felt ready, until they felt good enough. But waiting for perfect confidence is the fastest way to never act at all. The truth is this: confidence grows from action, not before it. Every time you take a step, you prove to yourself that you are capable. That proof becomes the seed of stronger belief. The more you act, the more you trust yourself. Building belief begins with how you speak to yourself. Many people sabotage their confidence before they even begin by saying, "I can't do this. I'm not good enough." Those words weaken you. Replace them with words that build strength. I can learn this. I can handle this. I am capable of growth. These are not empty phrases, they're commands for your mind. Your brain listens to your words. Feed it doubt, and you act with hesitation. Feed it belief, and you act with confidence. Confidence also comes from preparation. Believing in yourself doesn't mean ignoring hard work. It means trusting that your effort will deliver results. Preparation builds evidence, and evidence creates confidence. If you want to speak with power, study and practice until your words flow naturally. If you want to master a skill, train until your body performs it without hesitation. Preparation reduces fear because fear thrives in uncertainty, while preparation builds certainty. And here's the truth: nobody begins with perfect confidence. Everyone starts unsure. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is not the absence of doubt, but the willingness to act anyway. Courage is action in the face of uncertainty. Confidence is the reward for that courage. Every confident person you admire once stood exactly where you are, questioning themselves. What set them apart is that they moved forward despite the doubt. That's what you must do. Act with confidence even before you feel it fully, because the action itself creates the feeling. Strong confidence also shapes how others respond to you. People don't just hear your words, they feel your presence. Walk into a room uncertain of your worth, and people will sense it. Walk in with self-respect and certainty, and you'll be treated with trust and respect in return. Confidence attracts opportunity because people are drawn to those who believe in themselves. Another key to confidence is progress, not perfection. Too many people wait until they feel flawless before taking action. That mindset kills momentum. Mistakes are inevitable, but they are not proof of weakness, they are proof of growth. Each one teaches you something valuable, preparing you for the next step. Confidence grows not from avoiding mistakes, but from proving to yourself that you can handle them. Shift your focus from perfection to progress, and you'll free yourself to act boldly. Your environment also matters. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who encourage you, and who remind you of your strength. Doubt multiplies in negativity, confidence multiplies in belief. Limit your time with critics and discouragers. Their words can eat away at your self-belief if you let them. Guard your confidence as carefully as you guard your health. One of the most powerful ways to build belief is by keeping promises to yourself. When you say you'll do something and follow through, you create proof that you can be trusted. That self-trust is the root of confidence. Every time you honor your word, you reinforce the identity of someone reliable, capable, and strong. Confidence isn't built in one dramatic moment. It's built brick by brick, in small daily victories. And stop comparing yourself to others. Comparison steals confidence. There will always be someone more experienced, more skilled, or further along, but their path isn't yours. The only comparison that matters is with who you were yesterday. If you're improving, you're winning. Progress is the measure, not perfection. When you act with confidence, momentum follows. Opportunities appear because people feel your energy. Challenges shrink because you trust your ability to adapt. Setbacks don't crush you because you know you can recover. Every area of life improves when you carry yourself with belief. You communicate better, you perform better, and your relationships deepen because you're not weighed down by doubt. Now consider the opposite. A life ruled by doubt is a life of hesitation. Opportunities pass by, regrets pile up. Doubt makes you speak less when you should speak more. It makes you avoid risks that could change your future. It convinces you to settle for less than you deserve. Over time, doubt creates a smaller life. Belief in yourself is what expands it. Now consider the opposite. A life ruled by doubt is a life of hesitation. Opportunities pass by. Regrets pile up. Doubt makes you speak less when you should speak more. It makes you avoid risks that could change your future. It convinces you to settle for less than you deserve. Over time, doubt creates a smaller life. Belief in yourself is what expands it. Acting with confidence doesn't mean pretending you know everything. It means stepping forward even when you don't, trusting that you can figure it out as you go. Every skill you have now was once something you didn't know. You learned it by trying, failing, adjusting, and trying again. That same process will carry you through every future challenge. Confidence is the certainty that you've done it before and you can do it again. Practical steps can strengthen your confidence daily. Stand tall, speak with clarity, hold eye contact. These small behaviors send powerful signals both to your brain and to those around you that you are strong and capable. Practice your skills regularly. The more familiar you are with what you need to do, the less room doubt has to grow. Celebrate your small wins. Acknowledge progress, no matter how minor, so your mind stays reminded that you are moving forward. Each of these actions reinforces belief. At first, confidence takes effort. You'll need to fight doubt, push yourself to act, and consciously shape your self-talk. But as you gather evidence through action, preparation, and persistence, belief starts to feel natural. Soon, you no longer have to remind yourself. You simply know. You carry yourself differently because you've proven to yourself that you can handle life. That kind of confidence cannot be faked. It is earned. The greatest gift of believing in yourself is freedom. When you truly believe, you are no longer controlled by fear of judgment. You're no longer limited by what others think. You're free to act, free to take risks, free to grow. Confidence liberates you to live the life you want, not the life others expect of you. It empowers you to move boldly, to try, to fail, to rise, and to keep building a future that reflects your full potential. So decide now, believe in your ability. Remind yourself daily that you are capable of growth, learning, and success. Act with confidence even before you feel fully ready, because the action will create the feeling. Protect your belief by surrounding yourself with the right people, keeping your promises, and celebrating progress along the way. Refuse to let doubt dictate your choices. Each day, carry yourself as someone who trusts their own strength. When you do, life begins to expand. Opportunities appear that once seemed invisible. Relationships grow stronger because others sense your certainty. Achievements multiply because you no longer hesitate. Most importantly, you stop seeing yourself as someone who merely hopes for success and start seeing yourself as someone who creates it. Confidence built on belief is one of the greatest habits you can ever develop. It will carry you through challenges, elevate your performance, and bring you closer to the life you dream of living. Chapter 10. Check your progress daily and correct course. Quickly, success isn't built on blind effort alone. Working hard without measuring progress is like walking in the dark. You're moving, but you don't know if you're heading in the right direction. The habit of checking your progress daily is what transforms effort into achievement. It keeps you honest, prevents wasted time, and ensures you're moving closer to your goals instead of drifting away. If you want results, you can't leave progress to chance. You must measure it, review it, and adjust it quickly. Every day is a chance to learn. At the end of the day, pause and ask yourself, what did I do well? Where did I fall short? What can I improve tomorrow? These questions bring clarity. Without reflection, you risk repeating the same mistakes again and again. With daily review, you catch errors early. Small corrections prevent bigger failures later. Think of a pilot flying a plane. The destination is set, but constant adjustments keep the plane on course. Without those corrections, it would drift far off track. Your goals are the same. Without daily review, you can drift for weeks, months, or even years without realizing it. Checking your progress is also about accountability. It's easy to set big goals in moments of excitement, but even easier to forget them once daily distractions take over. A daily review forces honesty. Did you do what you said you would do? If yes, celebrate progress. If no, acknowledge the gap and adjust. That honesty builds character because you can't lie to yourself every day and still expect success. But review alone is not enough. The second part of this habit is speed. Don't just notice when you're off track, correct it immediately. Too many people waste months waiting for the right moment to fix mistakes. They know they're drifting, but instead of changing today, they say, "I'll start fresh next week after the holidays once things slow down." That delay destroys momentum. The longer you wait, the harder it is to recover. Quick correction saves time, energy, and opportunity. Small mistakes fixed early never grow into disasters. Imagine someone trying to get fit. They skip one workout. Instead of correcting the next day, they skip another, then another. Soon, the habit is gone. Now imagine a different scenario. Someone skips a workout, but instead of spiraling, they correct the very next day. They missed a step, but they returned quickly. That is the real difference between failure and success. Not perfection, but the speed of correction. You don't need to avoid every mistake. What matters is catching them early and getting back on track. Daily progress checks also build confidence. Each time you see growth, no matter how small, you reinforce belief in yourself. Progress is the strongest motivator. Even one small step written down and acknowledged reminds you that your effort matters. Without measuring, you forget how far you've come, and discouragement creeps in. With daily review, you see proof of improvement. That proof fuels the confidence to keep going. One of the biggest reasons people fail is because they never measure. They guess, assume, and hope, but they never verify. And hope alone is not a strategy. You need evidence. If your goal is financial, track every dollar earned or saved. If your goal is health, track your workouts, meals, or weight. If your goal is learning, track the books you read or the skills you practice. Measurement brings clarity, and clarity brings direction. Without it, you cannot know if you're truly progressing. Quick correction also prevents wasted years. Many people wake up one day and realize they've been climbing the wrong ladder. They worked hard, but not on the right things. That's why daily review is essential. At the end of each day, ask, did my actions today align with my real goals? If the answer is no, change immediately. Don't wait for next week or next year. Success comes from constant, quick alignment with your vision. Daily reflection also builds psychological strength. It forces you to take responsibility. Instead of blaming circumstances, people, or luck, you look directly at your own actions. You say, here's what I did, here's what I'll do differently. That shift from blame to ownership transforms your mindset. Success belongs to those who own their progress. Excuses belong to those who stay stuck. And here's another benefit: momentum. When you track consistent results, even small ones, you create a chain you don't want to break. If you read for 20 minutes and mark it down each day, you won't want to miss a day. The streak itself pushes you. Review builds the chain, and quick correction keeps it moving forward. Some people avoid reviewing progress because they fear the truth. They don't want to see how little they've done, but denial keeps you stuck, while honesty sets you free. Even small progress faced daily is powerful because it keeps you awake to reality. Success demands honesty. Measure where you are, only then can you grow. To make this habit work, keep it simple. Take 5 minutes at the end of each day to review. Write down what you accomplished. Ask yourself, did I follow through? Did I waste time? Did I grow? Don't overcomplicate it. Clarity comes from simplicity. Then, based on what you see, make one adjustment for tomorrow. Maybe it's waking earlier, cutting a distraction, focusing on one priority, or pushing a little harder. Small daily adjustments keep you on track. This habit also protects you from discouragement. If you only check progress once a year, the gap between where you are and where you want to be feels overwhelming. But if you check daily, the gap is small, and small gaps are easy to fix. Each day becomes manageable. Daily review turns big success into small, repeatable victories. Quick correction also builds adaptability. Life will change, plans will shift, unexpected challenges will appear. If you're rigid, you'll break under pressure. But if you can adjust quickly, you'll stay committed to the destination while changing the path. Flexibility is power. It allows you to pivot without losing your vision. Knowing you can always correct course removes fear. Failure no longer paralyzes you because you know it won't last long. You'll catch it, fix it, and move forward. That confidence frees you to take bigger risks and pursue bigger goals. The habit of daily reviews also strengthens discipline. Most people live unconsciously, repeating habits without thought. Daily reflection wakes you up. It forces you to be deliberate. Each day is no longer random, it's purposeful. Each action is no longer automatic, it's intentional. Discipline grows through awareness, and awareness grows through review. Over time, this habit transforms not only your results, but your character. You become someone who values honesty, consistency, and responsibility. You become someone who acts quickly instead of waiting. You become someone who respects time enough not to waste it. And that kind of character attracts success naturally, because success is built on responsibility and action. So begin now, tonight, take a moment to review your day. Ask yourself, did I live with discipline? Did I move toward my goals? Where did I fall short? What can I change tomorrow? Then act on those answers immediately. Don't wait. Correct quickly. Success is not built on giant leaps. It is built on small, daily steps, reviewed, corrected, and repeated. The people who rise highest are not those who never fail, but those who fail notice quickly and correct fast. They waste no time on denial or excuses. They adjust, they learn, and they move forward stronger. That is what you must do. Check your progress daily. Correct your course quickly. This one habit ensures you never drift too far, never lose sight of your vision, and never stop moving toward the success you deserve.